Okay, Happy New Year. It's the first trading day of the year, and I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Of course, I did. It's a new year. Let's just test the sound. Okay, it works. Fantastic. Hope everyone had a great year, great new year, great rest. We are back. We're back fully. We're back again, full strength. I think a break is necessary. I was going to do a video last week, but I decided against it. Why not? I mean, let me get my energy back. While I've been in tune with the markets all this while, but yes, decided it's high time we get going again. So first and foremost, I'm just going to share something here quickly, which is my daughter asked me, how do you plan to start your year? And this is something I shared with the people, with the guys in the group. So let's just find a clear whiteboard and you can see what I'm trying to talk about here because I want you to read it as well. It's a new year. It's a year of, affirmation work where you've got to mean it. Okay, what did that say? I put it somewhere where I was saving it. Okay, so I said next year is yours. I am claiming it on your behalf. Next year is yours. I'm claiming it on your behalf, which is this year. No more wishing, but building. You would become unbreakably strong. Secure your own foundation before you even glance at anyone else's need. Your oxygen mask goes on first and it stays on. Be ruthless with your time, selfish with your energy, greedy with your income. Setting targets that make your old self nervous. Every penny made will be a brick in your fortress. This is the all-in phase. No more I could, only I will. You are securing your position, your power, and your peace because this 2026 year-long sprint of selfishness isn't the end, it's the launch pad. What you will build from this foundation in 2 years, in seven, in 12 will be astronomical. This isn't just about making money, it's about making a future so undeniable, so unshakable that the person you are today wouldn't even recognize. The timeline starts right now. We are watching you. I am cheering for you, cheering you on, and I hope you make something of this year. Okay? So this is right. This is what I wanted to share. And I don't necessarily mean be selfish. I mean, be selfish with your time, improve yourself, whatever you're not doing right. This is the time to correct it. Okay? This is a new year, a brand new year. The calendar resets and we go. Okay, so let's get going. Let me share my screen quickly. And gonna leave, actually, I was gonna leave the performance on the screen, but hold on. I was trying to turn it to white, the background, because of course everyone prefers a white background. Why not? Okay, I'm sharing my screen now. And of course, I mean, the market hasn't exactly closed. We had the odd in and out, but I thought I want the full week trading week before I get started. Now, this is the Qs again. Okay, Qs was on fire again today. The President Trump has said he's going to keep the market strong, high. And of course, yeah, we're not exactly back to all-time high, but we are not far from it. So I will say the market has been impressive again, as usual, and we are back. I like to start and track this so we can see. Okay, so that's what we have. I will be doing a few situational analysis. Maybe not today. I want to try as much as possible to keep this session short because it's all the constant short sessions which I go over of events in the market and the daily sessions of the market. But first and foremost, how did your 2025 go? Okay, I'm just going to share this quickly. This is me for 2025, and it was an amazing year. I mean, I'm not going to complain at all. Yes, it's bullish. Everyone was bullish, but I decided to share how it went for me. So 2025 was a great year. Can't complain at all. 74% in the year across the portfolio. And that's what happened right there. So you can see that was 2025 anyway. Um, so I hope if you're doing better than the market, you are good. You don't need anything else, really and truly. But be patient, don't chase. And this is evidence of discipline, consistent discipline. Okay, so that's that one. The next thing I wanted to talk about is, yes, we all woke up, boom. What did we see on our screen? TV screens, sorry, not that one. We woke up to this news with US I believe the word kidnaps has been banned. They said they shouldn't use the word kidnaps. I wouldn't say kidnaps actually, but anyway, he got arrested. President Maduro of Venezuela. Like I said, situational analysis of what happened as a result of that. We are traders, of course. Yes, we don't want any loss of life. We pray for peace in the world, but we're traders ultimately, and we think where or how does this affect us? Yes, we all know, we're aware Venezuela is the world's um, number one oil, sorry, this it's got the most reserves of oil in the world at the moment. So therefore, what did we see? Or as a result, what are we expecting? Yes, we expect oil stocks to move. I mean, I think it was the OIH. If you look at that, look at Chevron. Chevron made a huge gap, a huge jump. And if you look at this here, I think something I read about is I think I read about President Trump having informed the oil producing companies already beforehand, before this event happened, making them understand. I think if you also know, there's ExxonMobil as well. Exxon was in Venezuela. I think it was the late 80s or 90s. It wasn't in Venezuela anywhere before. And what happened? They went sent packing, and when they left, I believe the assets were nationalized. I believe there was compensation paid. But even though there was compensation paid, there are disagreements with the compensation. Some said it was not enough. Some said it wasn't more than enough. But overall, anyway, it's not there. We believe partly what's going to happen is they're going to have a presence. I'm just trying to check quickly what I have here. Um, I think I have a little tiny exposure to some oil, and yeah, okay. So yeah, there you go. So that's one there, which we thought. So we had Chevron, we had I think quite a few, even Occidental as well. But I don't think Occidental made a move today. Occidental was a Buffett play, which strangely did not move. There's a reason why, okay? But anyway, yeah. So we had Occidental as well, which I think is definitely going to be another play, good play overall. So yes, so situational analysis, we're going to get this one. Of course, we also have the other mineral related to move as well. I mean, we have, so yeah, this guy moved initially, but then probably got digested immediately. People took profit and the back. But the first move is not the main move. You got to understand what's going on. But yeah, again, so you got to see the setup. So that's that one, Val. I think it was the ALB as well. Just looking at the other mineral related stocks and how they might benefit. Yeah, this is green again. Also, I think we have SLH as well. But if I look generally at oil related stocks, they all moved. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, so they all moved. So overall, this was a good one for, I mean, just let's look at oil ETF. It was a huge 5%. It made a huge 5% jump today. So that's what we woke up to. Now, the next one is you can see, but overall, though, if you look at crude oil has not been great at all. It's been consistently struggling. But today, again, it got a pop. And this is something I mentioned at the group. I said, guys, got to be careful. Let's fully understand what goes on. Again, we know this, the president was taken without a fight. Now, we thought, I saw a video with, Venezuela and the Venezuela's military. They were doing an overview of how they've got multiple layers to protect the Air Force, air defense, but apparently, which shows it's going to be difficult to, to take the president. But unfortunately, it looks like it was an easy task for America. Anyway, back to what we're saying here. And somebody thought, that might just be Palantir. How did Palantir react today? Very positive. So again, things are still unfolding. So how did I react today to the news? Nothing. I didn't do anything. I've got positions from last week, and I'm just watching this play. And that's all I'm doing at the moment. So for now, not doing anything else. Also, you got to look at Canada. I think I thought Canada was gonna struggle because effectively that means the US now has, a bulk of reserves if they're able to say, I mean, I'm not saying taking over, but if they have that huge exposure to oil in Venezuela, then of course that means they do have literally everything they need. And where does that leave Canada? I guess not much really. So I don't think I would be looking at Canada at the moment, especially oil related, because that is going to be a struggle. And a few of the Canadian stocks actually they dipped as a result of this. So that's where the macros come in there. The next thing is so yes, so I've just done a quick snapshot of my 2025. Now, the something happens normally. This is an annual event. I think as a CES. Let me see if I can get a link right here and share it quickly. So it's a CES that happens, it's a trade event that happens in Las Vegas every year. And yeah. Anyway, so trade events happens Las Vegas every year. Okay, there you go. I think I have some pictures to share. Let's see. Tick, 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 tick. I didn't delete it. Okay, one, two. Oh no, okay. I don't have it anymore. I thought I did. Okay, anyway, but so that was the trade events that's the trade events that happens every year. And so as a result of that, something happened, which was just about an hour ago. Nvidia, what happened? The stocks didn't, let's just post. Yeah. So the stock slipped um, after close as Wang CES 2026 keynote puts NVIDIA roadmap under the microscope. A few things you need to understand is when it comes to the CES, NVIDIA, especially when they're giving a speech, pay attention, pay attention. They tend to mention a few stocks, a few companies. Those companies, you've got to be able to put them under the microscope. I didn't listen to the keynote speech for NVIDIA today. I think also we had Lisa Su today, also who was giving a speech. I actually have can't believe I do not have the picture anymore. I did have a snapshot of what was going to happen with, the three key presentations today. I know AMD was one as well, which people were looking at, but unfortunately I thought I had it, but I can't find it. But anyway, so those are the key things to look out for. So the CES, the CES is happening again. I had a trade I was holding from last year that actually made a monster move today. I mean, it did deep over the past few days, but wasn't bothered. But there you go. And then eventually it made a huge monster move. What you want to do is you want to be there before the people. You want to be there first before the bus takes off. You want to be there before the bus takes off. If you are not there after the bus takes off, then you are what? You're chasing. You're chasing. And of course, I could see when I performed the analysis, I could just see there was a lot of calls and flows who are looking at who were looking at they were looking at the 50. I think it was about the 53 level, but I think ultimately if one has a lot of patience, you should be able to get this up to 65. Again, this is not financial advice, it's just what I can see. So yeah, but anyway, we here since the low 40s. I think someone was able to get a 39, and we just bought and we're just waiting, full stop. And that's what we do. Okay, so that's that one. We also, so that I think, to be honest, this year I have not made any trade at all. I'm just, I'm just looking. This one, again, I mentioned last year. Again, this is one here. You've got to be able to copy the respected traders and investors. And they said, Stan Druck, for example, said, look, I go to the office and we just spend more time reading because we've got nothing to do. You buy and you have patience while it moves on you. So I've been talking about this again since about 85. Likewise, I mean, it's a seasonality effect which kind of had a he had a hangover right into 2026. That's what I think I'm seeing right now. Of course, we've got the January effects going on. Many people don't know that. You do not have to chase. This is the time when portfolio managers are buying, trying to balance their portfolio, trying to get into positions. So if you chase it, you might end up holding the bag for quite a while. Be careful. Also, we've got Target again, which I think is just another hangover from last year. This here, I think from 1995 it was. And then, of course, it dipped for a little bit. But look at that. That's now forgotten because we're now well in the hundreds. And we just, well, not exactly well in the hundreds, just about $102 now. And we just, what? We wait, do nothing. When there's nothing to do, we just relax and we wait. But anyway, we know the earnings is upon us very soon. And there's a few things here which I saw. I'm just going to share it quickly. And this is a JP Morgan pick. I mean, once the bank starts, then of course it's earning time and it's go time. So this is JP Morgan's pick for 2026. How did it go? We shall see. There's something also I should share, but I have a different recording which I'm going to do later at some point. Probably not today, but hey, it's just, my I'm not going to call it my strategy for 2026, but we'll see how I plan to approach 2026. So anyway, so this right here are stocks that JP Morgan are betting on. Does that mean you should buy them? I mean, it's up to you. I do have the odd one or two, which we have in the group, and I do have one or two, which I'm probably not even going to look at all. I have a very few handful of positions, and that's it. I've been hearing a few thinking last year was the call of the software with AI, and now this year is the hardware of AI. We shall see. We shall see. CAT has been a good one for now. Of course, BA as well. BA was actually a good mover. Was there anyone who knew about it before market closed yesterday? Oh, sorry, on Friday. Because what happened? BA moved before market closed, and I didn't even see the performance today. So that's that one. I think Lending Club is another one we mentioned. In the group, we've been on that since last year, on and off, on and off. I just keep saying, all you need is the patience. You need a lot of patience. SLB as well is another one which we mentioned in the group as well. So quite a few we've traded. Roku, this one, for example, is an X for me. I don't care. I'm just not even going to touch it, not with anything at all. And a few like that. And I do have quite a few that I'm not even going to touch here or here. So anyway, you've got to do your own analysis. Of course, again, in the consumer space, I do have quite a few I'm not even going to touch. I thought I have a sector I'm not even going to look at. And that's just the way I do my investment, my trade. You've got to be able to understand what you're doing. So that's that one. Another one is finally, which I'm going to share again. There you go. So this is your calendar, very, very top line calendar for your 2026. What does it say? Must see financial events of 2026. Of course, New Year's Day. Hey, Happy New Year, everyone. Now, after that, we do have the ISM PMI, which was today. I wasn't really paying attention. And then this is the CES, which I mentioned. And then the keynotes by Jensen Huang. Then, of course, we've got ADP, and this is, sorry, I said 2026. This is January 2026. We have unemployment or non-farm payroll. Then earnings seasons kick off. So next week is our week, and that's what I tend to look forward to. So, keep aside some dry powder. Don't get lost, don't get flustered. And then again, we do have MLK Day rate decision. I think so far so good. I haven't checked. The last time I checked, it looks like there's going to be a further rate cut. but we shall see. It's a very, very strong market. I mean, something I liked with President Trump when he said, look, why is it? I mean, the last GDP figure was about 4.3%, something like that. And he said, why can't we have double digits? Why not? He's pushing and doing what he thinks is the best for the United States. But anyway, it's a really great start to the new year. I hope you join the ride with me. I hope it's going to be a good ride, and I hope it's going to be a good run for everyone. Until then, guys, I shall see you as regularly as possible. If you want to join me, subscribe to this, and you can get notification when you can. Until then, have a brilliant evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.